We are all set. We are excited. This Nani's a little hoarse today. I'm not going to lie. We'll chat into that, but it is Monday mindset. And we're going to talk about the different mindsets that you have in your day-to-day life, whether you're on vacation, whether you're traveling, how to stay focused. But good morning, everyone. This is Kirisu, aka Nani Boss, live from an undisclosed location with two
Sistas, and my name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. We have palm trees, the sun, and then I'm in the Northeast, and that's all I'm going to say about the weather, because if that's all I have to complain about, then I think I'm having a damn good day. So sometimes words and phrases come to me, and I've often chatted about this, and I forgot to turn my light on, but whatever.
That's okay.
So I have to make sure that I say it correctly. All in a day's work. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Now, what am I going to do with that? And then I thought about it. So I actually woke up before I set my alarm. I set it for a little earlier. Anyways, when these phrases or words come to me, it's like, okay, I know I need to pay attention, and for whatever reason they come to me. I don't know why it happens. I don't know if it happens to anybody else. I would assume it happens to other people, not, I'm not just a special person here. But I think what it means is I'm going on the right path. And I felt comforted by that, because it's, been kind of a crazy year, not just for me, but for a lot of people. And I just wanted to share that, because I think if we keep things in perspective, excuse me, if we take that opportunity to say, okay, how can I do better, or how can I do this different? It's a different perspective. And maybe that's why those words come to me, to let me know I am going in the right direction. So it's not just, listening to your body. We often talk about that listening. We can hear, obviously you can hear my voice, but are you actually listening? Am I actually listening? And that's kind of what I mean by that. So I just wanted to share that Mindset Monday perspective.
That's awesome. And everyone, their mindset comes from different avenues of where they've been, where they want to go, and really where are you in that moment right now, this time, this second, this minute. And a lot of times for some, Mondays are a struggle. It's the start of the new week. We are officially on the last day of February, going into March 1st tomorrow. There's always a lot of expectations when you end one journey, one month, 1 week, and then you start another one. So this is the first day of the week, but the last day of the month, a lot of people are shaking it up, making things happen, making things move, whether it's your goals, whether it's your personal entrepreneurial business, whether it's just things that you have been tackling that you said, oh, I'm going to complete it this month. For me, right now, I know as of tomorrow, I hit those last 4 weeks of this challenge that I've been working really, really hard on. And this probably the month of February was always going to be my tough month, because frequently I do travel a lot in February. I travel a lot more this particular month than I have in a while. And we know when your every day, your routine is disrupted, because you have to renegotiate, whether it's because you're not in your own setting, you're not eating the normal foods that you normally eat, you're not getting the same kind of workout you're in, or you're actually traveling. A lot of times when you're traveling, you get jet lag, right? So you get that jet lag rather. But what I'm saying is the mindset that it takes to not derail so far that there's no way back. There's no way to renegotiate back and re-navigate back. There's always a path. So you make choices, and we always talk about that. Mindset Monday is a choice. You have a choice to look for the positives in things. You have a choice to be kind. You have a choice to put a smile on your face and maybe share some joy with somebody else, and or pass kindness around. You have a choice in that. And when you do that, that's actually a positive fuel that is going to release these great endorphins that you are passing on to everybody else. And then you see their joy, and that gives you joy. Those are the blessings of having a good, healthy mindset. So as I've been saying, been traveling a lot, not in my normal routine, although I've been doing a lot more band work in the water, which is great because I love coordinating and introducing different ways to do the same exercise with a little bit. Sorry, there's a jet going by right now. I'm not sure if that's too loud. But doing that same exercise that you could do on land and incorporate in water. So I love kind of, trying out new things. It's good for my mindset because it's just something fresh to be doing, a different way of doing it, and actually adding more fun to it. Because when people talk about fitness and health and wellness, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in like that you're restricting yourself with foods? And we always talk about that. You don't restrict yourself with foods. You're just more mindful of maybe the consumption. You may be more mindful of, okay, I'm going to have 2 meals today. Normally I have 1 meal and 1 snack, or normally I don't eat breakfast. Well, everyone's eating breakfast. We're vacationing. Of course, everyone's going to eat breakfast. So you renegotiate, renavigate, but you don't forget the fundamentals. And that takes a good, healthy mindset. So for me, the next few days, I'll be going back to juicing. I have to say, even with traveling, I think I've had maybe a few bites of a treat, meaning a sugary sweet. I don't like a lot of sugar anyways. So I didn't derail that way. So kudos to me. I didn't drink any kind of frozen concoction drinks because those oftentimes will add a lot of extra sugar and calories that you don't need, right? I haven't done any of those. I've actually probably the only thing that I have had more of that I don't normally do is beef. I try to only eat beef and chicken maybe once a year. Is that machine loud? There's somebody cleaning with the machine. Okay, good. So like yesterday afternoon, when we were getting ready to kind of really get a feel for where we are now, because we've been trying different resorts. This particular resort, we do have a butler. So shout out to G, who makes all our arrangements for dining, for anything we want to do. So he had recommended this one particular restaurant within the resort. And so he kind of brought us to a side room to get in. So we had a beautiful, beautiful table overlooking this gorgeous beach and ocean, obviously, it's just breathtaking. And it was Brazilian. So guess what that meant, guys? They come with the big skewers and they're just slicing off different types of meats. So again, mindset, I had to have the right mindset. What am I going to eat that's not going to totally disrupt and damage the good that I do for myself, but still enjoy, so not restrict. So I got choosy. So when they came by with the great pork and the like the sausage pork links and whatnot, that has a lot of sodium for me. I don't react real well on sodium. So I said, no, thank you on that. I made sure I had a nice healthy salad, and it was a buffet area for the salad piece to it. So all beautiful local leaves from the island, which are just yummy. And then I could add which vegetables I want. I made sure I put a dressing on there, made sure it was not too heavy, and really made sure I had a lot of color to my salad. So like the rainbow colors. So I had some reds, I had some oranges, I had some green, I had some yellow. And it really just made me feel good. Okay, I'm getting a nice hearty salad in my gut. So then it comes around where, of course, they come around with the beef, the steak. So I had 2 small pieces, delish, yummy. So I got to still partake in everything that's going on with, but they share the local flavors. But I was more picky and choosy. There was another thing that had, I think it was bacon wrapped around it. So I'm like, okay, just give me a smaller slice. Because again, bacon wrapped around, that's adding sodium. I've got to be careful about sodium. So it wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm away and I can't enjoy the local flavors. I still could. I was just more picky about the size and about which choices I made within that. And that has to do with a healthy mindset. So sometimes we feel overwhelmed when we're away, or overwhelmed if we're not in our own environment and we feel like it's going to disrupt us. You do not have to derail. You can still stay focused on what you want to do without depriving yourself either, I might add. You can still enjoy, and that's the big key.
You know what, and that's such a good lesson. And what I refer to that as is choice solutions. We all have a choice. For instance, when I travel, I usually hold back a little bit because for whatever reason, even when I was little, my stomach was always off when I was traveling for whatever reason. It happened this past time, pretty much happens every time, but whatever. The point being that we stopped at this local bakery. It's a vegan, gluten-free bakery, and they make wraps and this and that. And their cake is just unbelievable. Now it's a huge piece of cake, and I'm talking huge. So I was very mindful of that because my stomach wasn't 100%, but I had a few bites of it, and then I had a few bites, obviously brought it home with me, and I had 3 servings of it. And no, I did not share it with Gary because it was all mine. But that just goes to show you, I love sweets. I stay away from them as much as possible. But guess what? I was in Philly. I was going to, I think it's called P&S. I was going to P&S, and I got my slice of cake, and I was thrilled. Absolutely.
And the other cool thing is too, when you're going and trying these different local restaurants and or bakeries or whatnot, they do have healthy choices there. You just got to ask. A lot of times if you're in a restaurant, gee, do they have a gluten-free option? Do they have an option where I can say, I know you're cooking it fresh. Can you eliminate as much sodium as you can? Can I have, it comes out, there's a sauce on it. Can I have the sauce on the side? And that way it's not smothered in something that is probably not necessarily the best thing for you. So there are ways to still adapt, enjoy the local flavors of wherever you are when you're traveling. You just got to ask the question. And you got to make sure you're still doing your nutrition. So, I will be posting our company. Does have a free shipping day. We have a code, free ship. And I'm excited to try out. They've got some new gummies, a new gummy line for different types of things for all immunity. They have one for family and children, which I'm excited because we did have Thrive Kids, and now it's actually, we have a one that's for families that the children can have them too. All your good vitamins and supplements, and our Thrive 2.0 water, very, very high pH. So I'm going to get a case of that because it's free shipping, right? Why not? So you save your pennies where you can, you do it. So I will post that link as well. But, it's so good for me, really share great avenues and tools that we always have in our tool belt on how to make your Monday mindset successful. So if you need time to sit and journal for a while, do it, schedule yourself, right? You can always say, you know what? I'm going to turn off all notifications of my phone because I've got to focus on this particular task that I've got to get done. I need time to finish up reading this book. Oh, I've got to add some more fitness into my day because I'm going to slack it off. There are ways for you to do that, but sit in that quiet moment of how you know that you can control your mindset into a positive way that's not only going to get you kickstarted, but it's also going to allow you that option of when you see maybe somebody else, they might be struggling with their mindset, you can give them alternatives of ways to renegotiate or renavigate their minds to make sure they're staying on track.
Absolutely. And, Mondays are a great way to do just that. And sometimes I think we obviously overcomplicate it. Just go with the flow. Don't beat yourself up if you set out to do something and you didn't complete it in the time frame that you wanted to. And speaking of journals, we have something exciting to share with you. We're just at the final stages of releasing our amazing Reel, REEL wellness journal by TwoSistas. It is a 75-page journal, which we are really excited about. And what I love about this as well too is that you can print it out. You don't have to print the whole thing out, maybe start with one section first. But the beauty of it is you are always going to have this digital copy. So it's not you buy, and I buy journals, and I still do, and I still
I have
will.
a lot of them. I love journals.
Right. But you will always have this, maybe if you're traveling or you didn't pick up a new journal yet, you can go to this journal, to the TwoSistas journal, print out a couple pages and, do your journaling thing.
And what I like about what we're introducing is really a way for you to spark to go pen to paper. There's going to be quotes, there's going to be sections on there for you to write your notes, inspiring things, and they really will get you to think where your journey is going. And that's what I love about it.
Exactly. And at some point, excuse me, that will be turned into a book type of product. That's a little down the road, but guess what? $8.99.
I mean, it's a great point of price point, because for me, I don't mind, and some are hard copies, some are soft copies. But what I like about actually journaling, and we talk about it, is some people will say, you know what, take TwoSistas advice, so I'm going to start journaling. And then they get there and there's a total blank. There's a total blank. They don't know what to do. This value of $8.99 is not only an amazing value, but it's going to give you the tools to spark that creativity. There's, like I said, there's quotes, there's all kinds of different sections to it. And for those that really struggle with, okay, I'm at the desk, I'm here, what am I writing about? What am I journaling about? This is going to help that creative piece to you that you may not even realize that's deep inside of you.
Exactly. And there's some other things that I'm thinking about with the journal, which we won't disclose just yet, but you just have to purchase it for $8.99 and find out. I mean, we can't let everything out of the bag, but suffice it to say, again, it's just a really calming, cool way to sit with your thoughts, brain dump, journal, whatever you want to call it. And putting pen to paper kind of solidifies. It's almost like after I get done with the workout and I'm like, yes, you get that good feeling. It's something that you do for yourself. And if that is your 15 minutes or however long it takes you to kind of reboot your thoughts, get them down on paper, that's pretty awesome. And for such an amazing price, hello, $8.99. So
exactly. And the other cool piece to it, when I talk about journaling, and when you see our particular journal, and now it'll make sense to what we're talking about, it's also an artwork in the sense of your own journey, especially if you are a grandparent, you're a parent, whatever relationships that you do have, it is a way to leave kind of a footprint and a map of your journey of life to someone else. So I love reading old letters from old relatives that have maybe gone or passed, or, cleaning out that drawer and you found that note and you see that person's handwriting. It just brings back those memories of that person. Well, this is also a great way, in a very cost-effective way, of being somewhat organized. So you can actually use it to map out, maybe your different thoughts, where you were at any particular time in your life, and writing things down. And that's a legacy that you could have your grandchildren look at, or your children look at, or someone in your family, or even a friend. Oh, and there's nothing better than hearing someone's words when it's on, when it goes from pen to paper, because it's a different meaning when you're reading something versus when you see someone's handwriting, and the thought that they went into whatever they were writing about. So it is a great way to spark that creativity. And I love that. It's also a great way to share memories, share what's going on in your life with those that you love.
Absolutely. And I'm just busting at the seams because Carol Sue doesn't even know this other thing that I plan on doing with the journal. But like I said, I just don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet. Excuse me. I do want to fill my business partner in first. I think it's amazing. I know she'll think it's amazing, but you know what? We'll let you know when we broadcast our next podcast, which
I would say it's coming soon. We know it's coming out soon. So it's exciting.
yeah. So we'll let the cat out of the bag. We'll let you know. It'll be on all of our social media, of course. And speaking of social media, I'm just curious to know how many people, because this comes up in conversation a lot, and I happen to catch one of my friends, she does a daily Clubhouse, and I'm just curious to know who's on Clubhouse. We want to know. I want to know specifically. I want to know. And I didn't realize I have over 2,000 followers on Clubhouse, some which include famous actors, princes from all over the world. I would say probably about 100, maybe 200 are, Vin Diesel. I have like 5 or 6 Keanu Reeves. I mean, I was just cracking up this morning. Gave me a good chuckle. So it's always good to laugh.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And, it's not so much who's following us. It's we want to make sure that we know that our message and what we chat about, how we share different things is getting out to people, that is doing a service to them, and we're providing value. And that's why we love doing our podcast, and we're involved with many different social medias, because we're here, we're driven. We want to help other people realize that their journey doesn't have to totally derail. Sometimes you got to break it down, and that's why we break it down by 5 easy pieces. Monday mindset, Triumph Tuesday, Wealth Wellness Wednesday, Trending Thursday, and of course, pat yourself on the back, Fantabulous Friday, where you celebrate all your accomplishments, your goals, no matter how big or small. There is a method to our madness, but it really is to add value to your life, to give you the tool map of what you need to make sure that you're staying successful each day. And even if you derail a little bit, we got an answer for that too.
Absolutely. And on that note, Mindset Monday, be gentle and kind to yourself. Go forward with purpose, perspective, and it's all in a day's work. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with TwoSistas,
and this is Carol Sue, aka Nani Boss, live, as I said, palm trees, beach, closed location, because I've been all over the place. So that's what's going on. And, we wish everyone a happy Monday mindset. Last day of the month. If you're an entrepreneur, you know what that means. But also, whatever goals that you've been setting, make sure that you're ending this month with such a footing that is now going to carry you into March. And each month, as you go forward, you're going to see more transformation, not only within yourself, but with weather. Entering now, getting closer and closer from the Northeast to spring. So there's so many great things happening. But we will see you tomorrow, which is Triumph Tuesday. I wonder what you're going to triumph over. I know I'm going to triumph over something. I don't know what it is yet, but it's coming. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.